And so let's get into replacing string parts with str.replace. Okay, so string replace. This is a great example here. It's got a string that says I like bananas. And it says, uses the string as the basis, dot replace bananas with apples. Notice it's a return something. It's going to put the result in X there. So let's just try this out. You can join me if you want, but you don't have to. So let's start with a blank slate here. str text equals I like apples. Okay. And I'm going to do something different than what was done earlier. I'm going to say str new fruit equals pears. And now I'm going to say print. Let's nest this function. So I'm going to print, and then I'm going to say str text dot replace, and I'm going to replace apples, and I'm going to replace it with new fruit. Okay? So what I'm saying is we're going to take this text, the original string str text, and we're going to run the replace method on it. And the two parameters that are required for replace are what text are you going to look for, and what are you going to replace it with? And rather than replacing it with just a string here, I'm going to replace it with new fruit, whatever's in that. So it's going to say pears right now. So in the end, after it replaces this, it's just going to print it out. Since it's a return something, I can just eat the leftovers instead of putting them in the box, right? I'm just going to print that out. So it's going to print now, I like pears. There it is. Let's make it a little bit more interesting. Since I have this as a variable, I can ask the user for a fruit, right? So I can say input, what fruit do you like? Okay, so now when I run this, it's going to create that string called str text that says, I like apples. And then it's going to say, let's create a new fruit variable. And in that, we're going to put whatever the user types in response to what fruit do you like. And then it's going to take that new fruit and it's going to replace apples in that original text and then print it out. Okay, everybody following? Okay, so when I run this, it says, what fruit do you like? Well, I like grapes. I'm going to say grapes. I like grapes. Now I can run this and it literally, it's not going to make sure that I enter a fruit, right? It's going to, I could say 542 and it's just going to print out whatever it is I say. Okay, so now what I want to point out right here where it says underscore old, that's just the name of the parameter. I didn't type that. That's not part of the code. That's something that PyCharm is putting in there. And your version of PyCharm may or may not do that. What I typed was apples as a string in double quotes, comma, and then str new fruit. Take just a second and run that code. I'm going to let you have a second to type that in and run it for yourselves. All right. Anybody having trouble with this? What's the trouble?
It keeps just wanting me to enter a place.
A place?
Yeah, it says a place.
Okay, you ran A1 instead of. Make sure you're running the correct script. That's something that you want to make sure. The easiest way to do that is to choose current file from this menu here. Now let's see. Okay, you're missing a parentheses. Every left parenthesis has to have a right one. So you didn't close your print.
I'm still doing the first example. This is. Did I do something wrong?
Did you type old?
Old?
Did you type that part of it?
Yeah.
Delete that. That's. I just said that it gets inserted by PyCharm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just put another right parenthesis there. Shift 0. Shift 0.
Oh.
There you go. All right. Everybody else? Yes. Do you want me? Did it work? No. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Don't type the word old. Don't just type apples in quotes. Get rid of all of that. That's something that PyCharm inserted on my computer. Just delete.
Okay.
See, you've got apples. Just delete everything. There you go. str text. See, you have str name. You need to make that str text.
Okay.
Okay, who else needs me to come look? Anybody else?
Yeah.
All right. So that is how we use the replace method.